Hey guys, Benjamin here. It's been a long time since I did a new video. Tonight we're going to be talking about the effects of COVID-19 and how it's affected special needs like myself and other special needs people. As you know, I also want to point out, if you guys didn't get to see my first responder video on Instagram or Facebook, go check it out. It's been circling for the last 24 hours. I am a first responder now. My certification is good for 2 years. So we're just going to jump right in here. So, how the COVID-19 has affected special needs? Well, basically, they are not able to go to their day programs because everything is shut down right now. They're not able to do special activities like Special Olympics and stuff like that, or the summer games. But I want to get a little deeper into it. How many people do you think have reached out to us during this virus of what's going on? Not very many. And the reason for that being is because, you know, society wasn't expecting this to affect them like it has. And I've been in Vegas for 28 years, so I've never seen anything like this. But also, at the same time, too, special needs already feel isolated enough. And with everything going on with the COVID-19, we feel even more isolated because people don't reach out like they should. They don't call, they don't text. Just as simple as, how you doing? Do you need anything? Like, things like that. It doesn't have to be money related. It can be anything. But, society gets so wrapped up in their own lives that they forget about these beautiful people. These beautiful, loving, compassionate people who live in a world where it's already hard enough for us to, function on a daily basis as it is. And now the COVID-19 on top of that, it makes it even worse. So, since this has been going on since March 17th, I got a question for you. How many people have reached out to special needs? And I want you guys to put it below after I'm done with this video. And I want to know, because that'll tell me how much people actually care about special needs. How they're doing. Just talk to somebody, just to reach out to them. It's not fun what we live with every day. We didn't ask to live with it every day. And I just feel like, a lot needs to change when it comes to that. More people need to reach out. They need to make more of an effort. Because there's definitely not enough people reaching out at all. Even way before the COVID-19, people weren't reaching out because they were so busy into their own lives that we were just forgot about. We didn't matter to them. That's basically straight put it. We didn't matter to them. It didn't feel like they made time for us. And when they made time for us, it was shortened because it's either, oh, I have to go to work, or, I have something more important to do. So it gets down to the point where, when you're a person like myself that has, reached out to people and done everything possible, what else can you do? You can't do nothing else after that. So my thing is I don't do it anymore like I used to. Now if somebody has to reach out to me, I wait for them to reach out to me. I don't reach out to them. Because when I was doing it, it was like it didn't even matter to them. They didn't answer my phone calls, they didn't answer my text messages. It was really, really bad. And a lot of other special needs people out there feel the same way. I know they do. And they can relate to what I and everybody else goes through every day. And that's part of the reason why I'm doing this video, because I know a lot of special needs during this COVID-19 has been forgotten about. We haven't been checked on. We haven't been asked if we need anything. Like, it just, this has been, we're almost 4 months into this now, and, society just acts like it's new to them, but this is nothing new to special needs, because special needs has been feeling this way before the COVID-19 even began. Like, we were feeling this way back when. This has been going on for 2 decades. So the people that's new to this, or society acting new to this, weren't there. They shouldn't be, because special needs is not new to this. We know how we get treated every day. We've been known how we get treated every day. People look down upon us. They don't want to, I don't know what it is, but we don't deserve the treatment that we've gotten, even in the past, present, and the future. And I can guarantee you that's going to change, because, again, a lot of you know I want to be a social worker, so I want to erase some of that stigma. I was a victim of abuse, mentally, physically, and emotionally, so I know what that's like. I know what that feels like, on all sides of the fence. And it's not cool at all. So, it's really tough when you live in a world where you're basically having to fend for yourself, but yet you have 2 million people in Las Vegas, in a city where they act like special needs don't even exist, when we very well do exist. And it's not, to them, it's just this little, this little game. Everybody's in their own little world. That's the problem. And they're not making us a priority, which means us being not a priority, which is making us, feel sad or lonely, or feel like we're nothing. And we shouldn't feel that way at all. And that's going to stop. I guarantee you that. That's definitely going to stop. Because I'm a strong believer in fighting for special needs. That's what I'm about. That's what I've always been about. Even when I was age 8 and I saw what was going on when it came to us, it still hasn't gotten any better. If anything, it's gotten worse. And we really need to, there needs to become a handle on that. So I'm definitely going to be the one to put a handle on that. As you know, I don't sugarcoat anything in my videos. I'm very straightforward to the point. That's just how it is. That's how it's going to be. Because I believe that special needs should be made a priority. We need to be made a priority just like society is made a priority. Especially all these years. I mean, it's been 20 long years. Imagine that long somewhere and not being made a priority, or being looked down upon, or being questioned about things that you can't have. but you work hard for what you have, and it just feels like when you get to a point where you're doing good, it still doesn't feel like it's enough, because there's always somebody there to rain on your parade. But I'm that person that's very strong, that's very resilient, that's very that's outgoing, determined, and it's just one of those things where we have to be made a priority. We're people. We're not invalids. A lot of people, they see us and they look at us like we're invalids, like we don't belong. And that's how it's been for the last 20 years. And anybody who has a physical disability can probably agree with me on that, because we know what it's like in everyday world. We know. People may think we don't know, but we know. We pay attention. We're watching. We know what's going on. And that's why I come on here, and that's why it's been a while since I've been on here. And that's why, I've wanted to share all of this, what's been going on. Now, I go to work 4 hours a day, and that's pretty much what I've been doing this whole time during this COVID. As I go to work 4 hours a day, and then I go back home. And that is it. And it's tough, because you feel like you don't have no friends. You feel like you're alone. I was put in a situation yesterday when I was on the Paratransit with an elderly gentleman, and he defecated himself. And yesterday I just became a first responder, but I didn't have any of my items with me. But today I did, and that was a traumatic experience. And I had to ride around with this guy for an hour and a half, with the bus smelling like that. Now imagine, someone having to ride around like that for an hour and a half. It's getting hot. You're in Vegas. It gets up to 115 degrees, and you're riding around with this guy, and he's defecating on himself. And not only that, his wife had to come on the bus and clean the bus with her own cleaning products. So it was definitely a traumatic experience. If you guys are unfamiliar with paratransit and what it is, it's a door-to-door service. They pick you up where they drop you off at. That's the way that I get to work. That's the way I do a lot of things. If I go to the pet store, if I go pretty much anywhere, that's my transportation. And I've been using it for the last 15 years. I recently just got my permit back in January. The next thing is to get my license. I have to have my permit for like 6 months before I can go and test for my license. So be on the lookout for that too. But, I think people need to start reaching out to us. I think they need to start spending more time with us. I think they need to start calling more, texting more, because we want that same common courtesy as people in society get every day. And that's just where it is. It's very emotional, and it's very sad that we don't get that, because, again, people get so wrapped up in their lives that they forget that we even exist. And part of the reason why I'm doing this video tonight is to make you guys aware how we've been feeling during the COVID-19 and beyond. So I will be doing daily videos again. I'll try to be on here every week again, and just sharing life experiences and what's going on in the world of special needs every day, because it's definitely, when you see it through our eyes, it's definitely different. And I think once you see it through our eyes, you'll get an understanding of why we feel the way that we do. So if there's, like I said, if there's any questions, feel free to put them on the bottom, and sorry, but I will get on here again and do another video and be updating them weekly. So be on the lookout for that also. If there's nothing else, then that's it. And I hope everybody has a great Memorial weekend. Be safe out there. And remember, make special needs a priority. We need to be made a priority. That's the important part. You're going to hear me say that a lot in all of my videos across every platform. We need to be made a priority because we haven't felt that way in a long time. So, it's just where it is. So, with that said, I guess that's it for now. And we'll see you tomorrow.